Hello, hello everyone. Doing pretty well. How are you? Yeah, at least for us Eastern U.S. peeps.
Hello, it turns out I had my mic off this entire time. So, my name is Derek, and I am with Shooky T. Sorry. My mic got turned off, mostly by me, but that is okay. Didn't miss too much. Gonna go grab the cracked bat from Tracy's room. And, Shooky, did you want to talk about what this category is?
Sure. So, Boogey % is a shortened version of Earthbound. It's done glitchless. There's no RNG manipulation of any kind done here. Boogey % is about a third or a fourth, depending on how fast your glitchless % is. But we end right after defeating the Boogey tent and collecting the fly honey. And so timing ends when the fly honey text appears on the screen and when you hear the sound effect.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't yell and speak over the mute, huh? Pretty good climb up by Hike. Didn't get the shush cop, which is always a good thing.
Maybe Octo is talking about Ox's name not being Ilayaya.
Oh, that is correct. I'll change that here in just a second. I'm gonna get the times synced up. I'll get that changed up here in just a second.
Derek can be heard all over Eagleland in winters and summers and beyond.
Oh, am I coming in a little hot?
No, I'm making a joke based on...
There we go. That was what I was leaning towards, Peen, that they named their character Octo. I was confused by that too a little bit.
I didn't even catch it, but yeah, that's a good point.
Ooh, that sync is chef's kiss.
That's perfect. I had really similar hill climbs this first time as well.
Yeah. Now we get to talk to our favorite character, Pokey. A lot of conversation about whether or not Pokey is a bad person or just a misunderstood person. And I say, okay, no, those steps.
I like Boogey as a character. I think the Earthbound, or like the Mother series, does a good job at, making these characters human.
Agreed. I think he's a tragic character.
Yeah, that's for sure. A couple changes that I've learned from Mother 2, the Earthbound, the noise when you go into the Minch's house, that comes from upstairs when the dad runs up there and tells them they're gonna get it now. It's kind of like a higher pitched, kind of yelling type noise in the English version. In the Japanese version, it's more of like a bang, like a hit. Like there's physical things happening.
Octus was able to dodge 2 dogs, and that was a perfect dodge. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that, like the differences between the region break where they talk about the differences, and yeah, that's kind of where I'm like, Pokey is very much a tragedy in my book of just one of those characters that you go, they thought their parents are rich, they have everything, but they just don't have their parents' love.
Right.
Ox, go ahead.
Or no, yeah, and both runners having a pretty difficult hill climb. Oxwat's doing some crazy stutters getting past that coil snake, and then seeing a dog having to do some more stutters to despawn the dog and come back around, while Hike was having to dodge a snake by going up north around the trees and then just finding another spawn right in front of him.
Yeah. Hill
And Hike
climb can be
doing
rough.
a little bit of the pokey pull here. Oh, Oxwalk's doing the exact same movement here. So the text starts, you'll see Buzz Buzz fly, touches Pokey's head, and that's when the text starts playing. So it's, if you're really far away, because it's whenever you touch the middle, you can walk through the top if you'd like, and then it takes a really long time for Buzz Buzz to slowly walk up there to Pokey and touch his head.
I've got to put in more time watching some of the world record holders for this. Alright, what optimizations can I make? I think that's a really good, we're getting into the 3rd round. This is actually the 1st round of the 3rd week of Swiss, so welcome everybody. It'd be a really good time to start going in and taking a look at some of the world record or higher ranking players and go, what optimizations are they doing? And also taking into account, RNG is a cruel mistress, and sometimes just, you can play the best you can, and Earthbound will just say, nah, not today. Why don't you go ahead and try again tomorrow?
Yeah, there's a lot of occasions where you learn, like there's a really small menu mistake that you make, and then you didn't get the heal off in time, and you get smashed, and you die because you didn't heal, and that's just something you can learn for next time. And the same with the paths that some of the higher runners take, using the glides instead of diagonal movement, and going behind the building, like on the way to the police station, or moving around 3.
Yeah.
Swap's getting a 105 charge by Buzz Buzz. We'll see if this becomes a 2 cycle.
We could only hope. You don't want to burn out their stuff on. Yeah, I agree. Iconic first out of Starman. Getting that good RNG. Yeah, that's a really good point, Peen, that there's a ceiling to both. Limit how good your time will be with imperfect RNG, and limit how fast you'll be with great RNG and lack of skill. I represent one of those, and I'll let you figure out which.
I'm definitely on the latter as well.
Yeah. I am contractually obligated. Welcome to the Minch House, home of Aloysius and Ardna Minch.
I never knew his name is Aloysius.
Yeah. It is a great name for a cat.
Or a possum, perhaps.
Agreed. We have the Earthbound possum. Everyone has a skill time that RNG adds 2d4 minutes to. Great reference to a tabletop. Yeah, normal human names, exactly. And this has been human music. is it? Dawn has broken for Heikonnic, so we get to go through the zoo.
One dog on the way, not bad. Just gets stuck on the tree. And it's clear.
That was good. We will take a clear zoo every day of the week. So we're grabbing the one and only baseball cap that was given to us by one of our close friends, and we will immediately sell it.
I wonder what makes him decide to give it to him today, right? Because he's like, I know you've wanted it, and it's someone like you that deserves it.
Yeah, that's a good question. Why today of all days? Maybe the rumors of Ness going up to the asteroid helped. I'm sorry, meteorite. I believe asteroids are in space, and meteorites are on Earth.
Oh, right.
I suddenly felt the shadow of Neil deGrasse Tyson coming over me.
And you know, the Mr. Baseball Hat kid, I guess he's closer to Picky's age, so maybe Picky has been speaking good things.
That's a character I'd love to know more about, Picky. Give us Mother 4 with Picky.
It's been a long time. Is he not in Mother 3?
Mm-mm. Nope.
I see.
Ooh, the 3 health on Heikonnic, pulling it out of the fire by the skin of the teeth.
Luckily, this is what the bread roll is for. Hopefully the second one is a bit nicer. Not opting for the safety trash juice.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about trash juice, to be very honest. It's such little HP, and even at this point, it kind of just feels like a waste of time.
Yeah, I think really the only use for it is after the Pogo Pump, but before the Yes Men Jr., because sometimes they will hit you for 11 a few times in a row. It's pretty rare, but it does happen.
Fair.
Usually the Yes Men Jr. just gets bonked, and just like that, Heikonnic is through. My life up will be a full heal afterwards before Frank.
I was gonna say, Heikonnic, are you gonna heal? That's fair, Pavel. That's not a bad plan, seeing how the first Pogo goes. Ooh, say that 3 times fast.
Looks like Heikonnic's the bottom of the screen is cut off just a tad.
You know what? I think you're right. Give me 1 second to fix that.
Dipping into the hamburgers. Frank is out. For Heikonnic. Oxbox Frank is down as well.
There we go. Ox's tree's cut off at the top. It is, isn't it? Wham! Did fast cropping.
Heikonnic is past Frankie Stein. Oxbox is pretty close.
There we go.
I think one more hit. Yep. Both runners are past Frankie Stein, which is more than I could say for my run last night.
Ooh.
All of which was preventable too with some better menus and mashing.
Yeah, that's what I'm finding for myself as well. As mashing could be always just a little bit better.
I think I was watching, I forget who I was watching. It was probably Peen Train, to be honest, but you see a smash come out and you see a heal and you just hear all the buttons being pressed.
The buttons go brrr.
Even with turbo, you still have to mash.
I can understand that.
Because you can get a little bit better. Oh, Oxbox looks like they glided off of the desk and went up there. Probably because of where the assistant, or whoever he is to the mayor, was standing.
Yeah, looks like it.
No, I know Heikonnic did use at least one hamburger, so they will be buying at least 6 here instead of the normal 5. Neither runner is going to do a crazy burgerless strat, it seems.
There you go. Just letting everybody know, $13 burgers, $19.94 is $26 now, which seems about right.
Knoxloss only withdrew $90. Looks like it's going to be enough, though.
Well, you got the. Did they get the trash can burger on the way in? Yeah, they did. Okay, so they could get. They could still get Cave Burger though, and fill in that last spot.
Right, that is true. Some small optimization that both runners did too. If you approach that door from the right side, if you glide off the tree and hold up, you end up going right directly where you need to go, and then you won't get the door is locked text. You can just use the key from your inventory and go right in. And heikonnic and Oxbox are both at 4 slugs.
Not bad. Yeah, I'll take out 130 first time. Do burger buy. And then see how it goes from there. If you do ant burgerless, I applaud all of the bravery that you have.
I've gone for it a few times. A few times it works, a few times it doesn't. You really have to get lucky, and when you do get lucky, it saves a lot of time. But then you end up, depending on how many burgers you did have to use, of the 3 that you get, and the 4th one on the way up, you probably should buy on the way that cops.
Yeah.
It really just depends.
Yeah, I think I would rather do none of those burgers. Because for me, cops is 12 rounds before you even hit strong. At max, 12 rounds. Alright, at rough average, 12 rounds before you even get to strong. And they're going to be hitting you really hard. So, I don't know. It's not worth the risk for me. My question, my thought process is the time save that I've been recently thinking up is, what is the time save of saving at the drugstore so you don't warp back home, just in case you take a death? At Frank, at Titanic Ant, Strong, so you don't warp back home. You're already going there for 2/3 of those for the burgers, and you don't have to take a Pickle Man. Only downside is, if you're going for Frank, you still have to heal. You still need a full heal.
Right, and that's the scary part. If you die to Frank, you'll come back potentially without any heals. Because like if you die to Frank normally, you come back, you have full PP, and you can use life ups. I think you have access to 5 at that point. And so that's quite a lot of healing to miss out on. But as for Giant Step, I believe that would save quite a bit. You have the butterflies on the way up anyway.
Yeah. Well, my thought process is that you save, and you say you live through Frankie. Great. You don't save before Frankie because you need that. But if you save before Titanic Annie, you can walk up, get the healing from the butterflies, and you're good. If you're going to Strong, you can just walk by Frankie's, heal, and go to Strong. Ooh. That was an interesting group on floor 2.
Yeah.
Getting the rowdy mouse, which is not cool.
2 smashes in a row is not fun. Just kind of some notes for the way up here as well. I think most runners, as long as you're above 40 HP, you're pretty safe from a pack of slugs, or like even the ants potentially as well if they come and get you. Heikonnic getting chased down by a couple of groups of ants. Unfortunately, they grab him. Oh, this may actually be slugs. Yeah, it was. Interesting. There was 2 separate 2 packs of slugs. So this is way better than it could have been.
And Ox was taking the lead on here.
And Ox is 24 offense as well. I believe this was the last. Okay, there's one more group for Heikonnic here. Yeah, that was some weird spawns there. Let's see what we get on the top floor.
I missed with the rocket hit Titanic for it. 101's not bad for 2.
Okay, this hamburger's getting off.
Oh, that was a tight hamburger.
That ant is not letting up.
But that ant is dead.
Heikonnic is on his way to start Titanic Ant as well.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, first turn magnet for 5. Not great. Won't get a life up.
112 off of it. That's not bad. Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah, 112 and 80. Ant has roughly 40 health left.
Yeah. Something like that. I think it's 235 for full, then 110 takes it down to 120, yeah. There we go, Heikonnic. Giving Titanic the business.
Very, very close race. We'll see how cops treat them.
Yeah. This will come down to something very... something down to PRV, having better spawns for one than the other, cultists, how they treat them, or proto. Those are, I think, our biggest sections of RNG after Strong. I don't think either of them are going to have to go do any shopping.
Nope, I don't think so. I think Oxwas used 3 burgers. They should still have 3, I think.
So we'll see how strong looks for us today. Opens up with a crushing and then a dodge. Ooh. That never feels good.
Yeah, this first cop's being pretty brutal to Oxwas. They are getting through it. It's really satisfying watching the more skilled runners and the paths they take, just walking around. The straight route lines are very satisfying.
Right? How they never bump off of trees or anything. You're like, man, couldn't be me.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm gonna glide off of this tree, and then you just face plant into it, and you do a bit of wiggling, and then you get through.
That's exactly. Yep. I've done that myself. Where you start kind of like, no, go up, and then your character just turns, but doesn't go anywhere, and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
I've played this game at least once. Octo bumped into trees last night. For those who are just joining us and are unaware, Octopus Cal is the current world record holder for, I think, almost all the Earthbound speedrun categories.
Definitely Boogey percent. And Glitchless and Earthbound and Mother 2. And any percent for Earthbound and Mother 2. And all photos. And any percent no out of bounds. And pajama percent. And debug menu.
Strong was Captain Weak today. Couple rock-ins and we're out of there.
GG, sub 30 is my general goal for getting past Strong, and we're seeing that happen 3 minutes earlier. Very good on that.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the call, help.
And Heikonnic will be starting Captain Strong now as well. I'm pretty sure they have at least one rockin' ready for him. Oh yeah, there's both here. Starting with a hamburger.
Yeah.
Going ahead and getting full health before using the rockin', which is the play, because 2 grapples will kill you here.
48 though on Strong, kind of low.
That's pretty unfortunate. Strong has 140 HP, so but that did it. Almost exactly.
Okay, good clean entrance into Tucson. I've been seeing a lot of spawns right at Tucson entrance, just like, welcome to Tucson, you're gonna die.
Yep, you get a false sense of security. It took a long time when I was running before I got a spawn there, and I was autopiloting, just kind of running, and then there's some antoids there. And a mushroom, and
the antoids join the mushroom in the fight, and vice versa.
And the mushroom makes Ness feel strange, and Ness tries to eat a hamburger and instead feeds it to the antoid, and you know, everything just goes downhill from there.
You're praying to whatever can listen to you, going, please don't let it mushroomize me. that subscription with the Prime Gaming there, Failbot. Appreciate you. Enjoy the Tessie emote. I want to see... I really wish we could get chat statistics after every tournament of how many times Tessie was used.
I think at least for the month, I think is there. Which tournament is, well, it's a little over a month, isn't it? The Swiss brackets is 4 weeks, and however long till the tournament finishes.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's in the hundreds.
At least it's been used at least 4 times.
At least, certainly.
Alright, Oxbus is entering what is colloquially known as Fart Cave. He's got the nasty sprouts in there.
Of course, that
Not
name
this
is
time.
used very affectionately.
Affectionately is one word I would use for it. Yeah, I don't get the stream summary there, Lord, so... I just show up, restream, and go home and say no more.
I bet we could get Temple to get us some stats, maybe. Oxbox seeing a sprout and UFO and all kinds of nastiness. Getting rid of that, though. Another UFO, even.
Yeah, seeing all that and going, not...
Ooh.
Crouching
Heikonnic.
Tiger, Hidden Mushroom.
This is scary.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, made to feel strange and Ness hit himself. Ooh, not
ideal.
And not the worst possible thing. We're back at the department store. Did lose some money, so we'll probably have to withdraw after the death warp. But that's many minutes from here.
Yeah.
But it is unfortunate and demoralizing for certain.
It does put the Sandlot bat and Holmes hat, if they go the Holmes hat route, it puts that in jeopardy.
Oh, this is true.
Unless they do the shopping after the cabin, which is still kind of, now it's a little spicy.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I believe there is enough money in the ATM still, but you would want to withdraw exact money. Oh, it's all out already?
I think Heikonnic took it all out and said, I'm going to hold on to this, thank you.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I forgot to withdraw all the hundreds and tens on the way out.
A hard hat is also an option. That's a good point there, Bean.
Heikonnic is now finally making his way up to the third bloop of grass. You don't actually have to see the pencil eraser on the screen so long as it is loaded in, which extends a little bit further than the view that the player has. Oxbox running a butterfly now.
You gotta appreciate running down the butterfly. I mean, it's a good safety just in case you run into some trouble in PRV. You already have some power points to use a life up, to use a healing later on. So you gotta take those butterflies when you can.
Yeah, for sure. Having access to a rockin' to take care of like a whirling robo and hoping you hit a UFO, it's really huge. So it can definitely save you.
Yeah.
And sometimes the butterflies, though, you'll start running after them, and it goes all the way down the road. Ooh. Yeah, I would just run past that one. Yep.
Okay.
Xbox is doing it. Yeah, this sprout is in a weird space, but just outside of the aggro radius. Another seemingly random change from the Japanese version is the pencil eraser is an octopus in Mother 2. And
Yeah, I believe you're right. Oh God. Skip sandwich time.
That was very close. Oxbox going for it though. Respectable, and has the PP for a rock, and I expect we'll see that come out.
Butterfly strats win.
And I can't believe both of them attacked. Got hit 4 times in that fight.
Yeah, octopus erasers are pun in Japanese. Okay. I've seen that episode of like Legends of Localization or whatever they call it, and every time I watch something about Earthbound, I'm like, man, there is so much more about Earthbound, even after at least an hour of playing I have not got.
The game goes really deep. It's, I mean, you know, super woo. Oxbox avoiding the UFOs.
Yeah. Yeah, I love those retrospectives of like the darker side of Earthbound, or like why Mother 3 actually works. And there's several really good videos about it, and I'm like, these are all so really good. Oh yeah, this is certainly no Chrono Trigger or Final Fantasy VI Ted Woolsey stuff. But I mean, I like Ted Woolsey's translation stuff, so. Alright, Ox was doing a little bit of the shopping. So something I've seen recently is, you know, if anybody who's learning the speedrun, they'll no doubt use the same Google sheet that we've all used. I think we all know the sheet I'm talking about, and it talks about giving Paula the hard hat, or the hard hat and the charm, right? I've seen people dropping it because at this point we aren't ever going to re-equip it. So do you think it's faster to drop or give?
I was thinking about this too last night. I think the best way is to drop your things as nests before you get Paula, because then the menu is a little less laggier, and then when you get Paula, you just menu over and drop the teddy bear.
Okay. Yeah, Soft is saying faster drop but less safe. Yeah, I've never re-equipped it ever, so I was sitting there thinking the other day, why am I giving this when I could just drop it? Okay,
yeah.
Heikonnic did get to take a couple sprout fights, so okay, we have enough.
Yeah.
It's always the small questions. It's always those small questions of like, hey, is it faster to do this than this? Because I remember last year there was the big conversation about skip sandwiches. Because back then the meta wasn't to grab the skip sandwich consistently. And then there was a lot of conversation about grabbing it to do 3, and then here we are. I say the meta as if the game has actually changed.
There's certainly been an evolution of strategies to make things a bit safer, or, you know, spice things up a bit.
Yeah.
Even variations on Vogler have seeming to be changed as well.
And I think that that's actually something really kind of cool, is asking those questions of like, hey, would it be faster to do this over this? Because ultimately that is what's going to create those questions and the curiosity within the community. And so asking those questions is actually really important.
Oxbox getting, I think it was 2 calls for help that went through on the single cultist fight. Pretty low HP, and not having the PP for a rock-in against car painter is going to be a bit scary.
Yeah. We can only pray that Crashing Boom will actually do something. There was a race, I don't know if you caught it the other night, that had like Carpenter went like 2 and 13 for actually hitting with Crashing Boom. It's like, thanks, man. Thanks, appreciate you. Okay, there we go. There's one.
Yep, I don't think all of that's gonna be. Yep. Woo.
107.
This car painter should be down. Okay, it should. I think this next bash will do it. If it doesn't, it's gonna heal. Yep, that was it.
Go. I believe if calculations are the same way for Carpenter as it is for you, it is a 25% chance to hit on every roll. Because I believe it is 25% for every enemy or party member. So if you're casting it, it's for every enemy, and for if the enemy's casting, it's for your party member. If I'm correct on that one.
I think that sounds right, because each like stage of lightning is increased slightly, right? And this is a Carpenter's version is.
It's the Bravo. Beta, not Bravo. Different language.
Still got the bees.
It's true.
And heikonnic will see how, and Oxwas trying to go the top route and getting rushed by some crows. Luckily, that was the only thing that was there. Okay, 54 rockin' on Carpenter's not that great. Heikonnic eating the banana. Oh, that reflect is going to. Ooh, okay. Carpenter's down, and heikonnic has 5 HP. Believe we'll see the level up. But this may be an opportunity for a crow warp.
Just got to make sure not to get crowed before you get Paula.
Yes, this is true. Those crows are fast.
5 HP. My heart can't take it. He says drinking an energy drink.
I have a strat written down for if you have a cookie from earlier or a skip sandwich, you can eat it on the turn that you get bashed, because as long as you have like over 24 health, you're gonna live the bash, and then you can heal with very low, and it's not as safe, but you get set up for the death warp quite nicely.
Yeah, it looks like Oxus' stream is dying just a little bit. Let me check my giant sheet of everybody who's playing. Well, it's running. Yeah, it looks like it's dying periodically. It's having a momentary lag moment. Okay, Oxus' stream just completely died. Let me bring that back up while we switch over to heikonnic's audio. We will bring Oxus right back. Where's my technical difficulties screen, huh? Okay, let's...
heikonnic is starting the mole playing rough fight, and of course the mole is deciding to not scratch. taking out Paula first is fine.
Oh, looks like their stream is going the way of the dodo bird.
So we're getting the classic. Oh, looks like we're back.
Yep,
So
there we
we
go. Maybe. There we
So it
go.
looks like Oxbox is in Polestar currently and is making his way to Paula's dad to say goodbye, and then on his way to good old Everdreezy.
Yeah, it looks like they're having a little bit of technical difficulties.
And still a very, very close race. This is within a minute here, and we still have all three and all the winners.
Yeah, I'm looking at their chat, and they're still doing a little bit of buffering and stuttering. Your frames, give them to me now. Welcome to the PowerPoint presentation of Earthbound. Sometimes it be that way with Twitch on occasion.
Looks like we may be able to catch the PowerPoint presentation of the Runaway 5.
Potentially.
Unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, there are more than 5 in the Runaway 5.
Yeah? So here's the question. Who is the featured artist? So like, in Foreside, they are the Runaway 5 and Venus.
Right.
So who is it in Tucson? We've heard Keyboard Terry, I think.
Oh, I can't remember who all is present. I know the drummer is there in Foreside. I'm trying to remember. Maybe it's just, well, because there's 7 total, right? So maybe it's the Mario and the Luigi.
Maybe, actually. Anyway, this is a good time to remind you, make sure to stay hydrated, stand up, stretch. I know our runners are probably stretching out their hands, because I know that's exactly what I do every time I'm at this section. Every travel section has its own thing, so this is the hydrate and stand up and stretch moment.
It's one of the best things about Earthbound as a speedrun, I think, is you get plenty of input breaks pretty much right when you need them.
Agreed. Agreed.
And I ended up timing it out. This Runaway 5 concert's about 1 minute and 10 seconds, and then right after this, you'll get the bus ride, which is about 1 minute and 6 seconds or so.
I use it as Runaway 5 is a good time to get some water, stand up, stretch. The bus ride is a good time to remind people to follow all the associated members of the press. Tessie is March of the Tessies, or it's your bathroom break. And then Skyrunner is shoutouts. If you're doing anything public like that.
Yeah, I think that's excellent. Yeah,
Exactly, Pebble. P during Tessie or Skyrunner.
Tessie's a 1 minute 20 seconds, and Skyrunner is a 2 minute 20 seconds. Assuming I timed those correctly when I did that last year.
Yeah. The trick is just having the wireless headphones that you go around with. So you're like, you can hear the musical cues, and you're like, alright, and okay, it's time. Oxus is saying they are changing the servers, so bear with us as we get that fixed back up.
Maybe something with the pipeline is going crazy.
It's those darn sharks attacking the internet pipelines.
Twitch will do nothing about it. They would rather take away moments and give us featured clips or something.
Or the ever elusive that I've seen recently, taking away hosting. There we go.
And so Oxbox has made it to 3, and he is on his way through the graveyard now.
Yes, you should, if you're running, it's generally a good idea to go ahead and record your runs as well.
Yeah, this seems like a Twitch issue, because when the not like this image comes up with like that blue screen, it's usually something on Twitch's servers that are going wonky.
Yeah. It is a good reminder to do that. A twish you. That, I don't like the way that sounds.
Okay, and Oxbox, no, the flies. Paula got knocked out, which means we're not going to be seeing a freeze come out by her and taking the death. Luckily, do spawn back in 3, not far away, but that will give Heikonnic enough time to catch up.
Yeah, the question is, did they get the stared into souls first?
I do not believe so. Looks like he is making his way back up there again. Oh, no, he did.
Or, I'm sorry, they did. I'm so sorry. They did.
I think Oxbox does use he, him pronouns. At least based on the sheet.
Good call. Thank you.
I'll always try to be careful, regardless.
Agreed. That is what I strive for.
Yeah, as long as you're being careful, even if you make a mistake, people aren't gonna get on you generally. They understand you're a good person, not doing it maliciously.
Okay, I've got to pull back up. Oxwas.
They were about to start the winter segment. The cutscene is currently playing, it looks like. And Jeff is waking up.
Oh, there we go. Welcome to Earthbound. Jeff doesn't get out of bed. Jeff goes, not today. No gym for me, thank you.
Oh, I wish. I need to start doing that myself.
Well, let's just start the Earthbound gang goes to the gym in the morning.
We can all join voice.
Just all of us making terrible sounds from lifting weights.
I'm glad you said that, because that was what I was thinking too. Miscellaneous grunts and heavy things hitting the ground.
Followed with, oh my god, why did I agree to do this? So we talk to Maxwell and get the bent key, and he's like, yeah, it'll totally work. It'll totally work. It doesn't. So we go and talk to him about it, and he's like, oh, right. I didn't think that would work. Anyway, here's the thing that will work. Thanks.
Something I'm sure we'll see. Looks like Heikonnic stream having a bit of stuttering too. I think it seems like we're just getting hit by Twitch.
Hey, Twitch. Do it during League of Legends finals. No one watches that. And that's how the League of Legends community came to hate me, specifically.
I think the League of Legends community has a very small list of things they do not hate.
Yeah, accurate.
Not to make a super generalized statement, of course. I'm sure some people are quite wonderful.
It is true. Speaking of things that aren't wonderful, though, Bubble Monkey, our favorite. Maxwell invented the machine that fixes streams, especially when you have a slightly bad bandwidth. That is like a 9,000 IQ joke, Pebble, and I appreciate it. It's one of those niche Earthbound jokes that, unless you are in the Earthbound community, you don't get why that is funny. Speaking of the Earthbound community, if you are at all interested in any of the races that have been happening today or any of the previous days, you should join the Discord. We have this tournament going on right now, but we also have two different randomizers, the Ancient Cave randomizer and the PK Scramble, which is a key item and warp randomizer. So we generally have like 3 tournaments a year. Ancient Cave, Boogey Percent, and the PK Scramble. We also have the ever so elusive Food Percent fun run as well.
Oh no, Tessie. There's something wrong.
Corrupted MS paint paste? Deep fried Tessie. Straight to jail. Cursed Tessie. If you've ever heard me on comms, you get to hear the ever so elusive, the funniest joke ever, and the most original. But what if we kissed under the Tessies?
And we are getting double Tessies on the screen right now.
So we need to see all of the Tessies today. We got Big Chungus Tessie, and I approve of it. I think we can all approve of Big Chungus Tessie. So we just jumped the Tessie usage up by like about 100, right? But what if the Tessies kissed? Exactly. Hey, who do we have to talk to get kissing Tessie emotes?
I bet it could go on 7 TV, so you can make them wider in there.
Oh yeah. Gotta love it. Everybody say goodbye to Tessie and say hello to Protoplasm. Worthless Protoplasm.
Our good friends seem to have brought a friend as well.
Yeah. The Tessies are related. Oof.
Okay, we have Worthless Protoplasm C.
And
Okay,
the runaway.
That duck was initially in this place to be skipped, but opting to go ahead and take the fight. Oxloss does not have time for any of that.
Funny shenanigans. Heikonnic just went in swinging for the fences for that Protoplasm. Like, not today. I have no time for it.
Ooh, Oxloss taking the death to the duck, getting his eyes pecked out.
I believe we can officially call it a goose. No longer it's a duck. Geese are dangerous. Ducks are slightly less dangerous. We just got you started.
Unfortunately, this is the mad variety of duck.
Mess with the duck, you're out of luck. Exactly.
Knoxbox losing their lead just by a tad bit. We'll see if Heikonnic gets second proto skip and Bubble Monkey ruins it for us.
Heikonnic is ahead, in fact, by a ducktail. Ooh.
Murder duck. Don't muck around with duck. Mess with a duck, you're out of luck. Mess with the quack, you get attack.
I love any of these. I love that if you note, if you're listening to commentary throughout the weeks, you start to hear the same jokes, and the quality just starts getting worse on the jokes. And you have the spikes of like, that's a really funny and original joke, and then it's like, all right, back down to the kissing Tessies level. Okay, finally got the spawns in Pond Cave. You can stutter a lot in Pond Cave, just not that first room.
And just like that, we're pretty evened up now, because Oxwalk's getting into the room immediately.
Yeah? Hey, Pebble, I resemble that.
This is likely all going to come down to how Boogie Tent feels. Although Oxwalk is taking the attack from this rowdy mouse. Pretty low HP too, hopefully it gets taken out. Bubble Monkey helping out with an 8 HP smash. Would love to see it. It's going to take it out.
Ooh. Heikonnic with the bold mushroom skip.
And the second room seems to be clear. It looks like he feels a little bit of lag. He knows there's something in there he doesn't want to deal with.
Can't say I blame him. Pebble, I like that joke, that we're driving jokes into the ground harder than the Skyrunner. That's perfect.
The good thing about all this is the Skyrunner can be fixed at least once.
Later. By seemingly random people, too. They're just like, yeah, we found it underground and we just fixed it.
Yeah, we thought it looked cool. We wanted it to work again. And what did the children do?
Just
blow it up on a beach.
We just pop it in an engine and go, alright, bye. And then they immediately wreck it. I'm telling you, Jeff is canonically a Joestar because he crashes every plane he gets into. I'm just saying. That is my obligatory JoJo reference for the day. Expect no more.
Ooh.
Demand more.
I was sure Heikonnic was going to hit the photo trigger there.
I have not seen anybody hit that photo trigger this season.
I need to learn where it is exactly.
I should not be reading chat while taking a drink. Fix it again, Tony. Agreed.
Tony doesn't even get to see it.
There's a joke in there, Heikonnic. I'm sure there's a joke in there about the trigger not being very tall, but it's kind of wide. Can't think of it, though. So, we are on the Skyrunner portion of our run, so this is a good time to mention, be sure to follow our runners, Heikonnic and Oxloss. Their names are tagged in the title of the stream, so you can go follow them for all this lovely entertainment. Be sure to follow Shooky T as well. They are also in this tournament and providing some excellent commentary, as well as some running. I do not stream regularly on Twitch, but you should absolutely subscribe to me on YouTube. Because that's where I do all my streaming.
And as we all know, Twitch, as we've seen today, does not always do the best.
Just saying, never had that problem over on YouTube. That being said, if Twitch wants to sponsor us now.
Yeah, give us the bandwidth.
Please, sir, we have a little more bandwidth.
Heikonnic is about 45 seconds, a minute ahead, I believe, and it's really all going to come down to Boogey Tent.
It really is. Walk down and Boogey Tent is just gonna be. If do you take? Okay, so here's the question: do you take safety bear? You're about 45 seconds ish ahead. Do you take the bear?
You know, so the bear does protect Jeff potentially from getting fly honeyed and not being able to do anything for a turn, and then he might die, and then you can't even get the big bottle rocket off. So there are some good strats and good reasoning for getting it. I believe you save probably like 5 or 6 seconds by not, because you don't have to walk as far over to the right. It seems pretty free though.
I'm the type of person, I will take it. Like, it's an extra meat shield. You know? But, knowing my races, generally that's not what's gonna help me win that race. I am in the O2 bracket. What would you do as Pebble? Take the bear. Clean exit. Alright, take the bear. Not a bad decision. I stand that decision, personally.
Yeah, it's super close. I'd say we probably will see Oxwas skipping it, or maybe we won't, with the quality. Heikonnic using the skip sandwich, Snake trying to get away from him. Nothing else of.
I think having that snake spawn there is a good thing, because I think it might prevent a dog spawn there. Ooh, okay.
Okay, Paula taking a death. That's excellent. Okay, well, Boogey Tent dying there first turn is still good. It's just we won't. I mean, GG the Heikonnic. The only thing we lost out on was Paula having to get these level ups through the text. Could have been a little bit faster, but not a big deal. Still going to be a sub 108.
Mm-hmm. Super duper close.
Yeah, I think we're going to get both runners finishing right around the 108 time, which is very excellent. It's a very good time.
Yeah.
Especially not employing, there was no burgerless strat, there was no skipping shopping.
And Heikonnic taking the death wasn't too bad either.
Right. And Oxwas died to the graveyard as well.
Yeah. What is the race time? It is 107.58. Not bad. Oxwas getting ready to go into Boogey Tent.
You have one job, Jeff. Okay, and so that was a case. The fly honey did not work on the teddy bear. We might have seen a worst case scenario had it not picked up the teddy bear. Okay, the Boogey Tent has almost. Okay, one more rock and should do it here.
I think at this point we gotta breathe on the Boogey Tent and it's down.
Yep, 99. That'll do it.
Yeah.
And GG to Oxwas.
Get your GGs in the chat.
Very, very close race. Pretty much the entire time.
Yeah. There is another race later on tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. D&J versus Octopus Cow. So be sure to look out forward to that race as we enter into the third week of Swiss. We have lots of races lined up for this week as well. There's plenty of entertainment to go around. And if you're interested in following more of it, be sure to follow the channel and consider joining the Discord, as we have broken the game on. So we've broken Heikonnic's side. So, anything before we wrap up there, Shooky?
Yeah, I'd only really like to say that if you're interested in the run at all, this is a great time to get into it. You're going to be able to see a lot of different runners do a lot of different strats going through. There are a lot of resources for learning the run. And if you want to learn glitchless afterwards, Boogey% is a great start to get your movement down and get your menuing and everything like that. Earthbound's an excellent game. The community here is great. Everyone is more than willing to help you. Everyone's really funny.
Agreed. So be sure to follow heikonnic and Oxwasp, providing such great entertainment for this evening. Be sure to follow Shooky as well. And if you ever feel so inclined, you can subscribe to me on YouTube as well for all of the Earthbound content, all of the time. So I think that's going to be where we wrap it up for today. But remember, tonight there is another race, so go be sure to enjoy that. And have a good rest of your Saturday afternoon. Peace.
Goodbye.